Chiefs Kingdom, welcome back to All Chiefed Up. We're back with another podcast for that ass. And today, Derek Blaylock tweeted out a little workout footage of Deneric Prince. Has Chiefs Kingdom going crazy. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah, and before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. 95% of you guys that are watching are not subscribed. We're trying to get past 10K as soon as possible, so make sure to help us out and hit that sub button. Mike, more Deneric Prince footage, more Chiefs Kingdom getting a little horny about Deneric Prince. I mean, these people are pumped. They're fired up about Deneric Prince, baby. Like Justin Ross hype might be coming to an end because of Deneric Prince. Like, this could be even higher than the Justin Ross hype.
It's okay. I'm fired up about it. This is what Derek Blaylock tweeted. My guy at Deneric Prince about to eat this year. Get armed up. This dude is awesome. Steve, I'm going to play the footage for you. Here we go.
That man is ripped.
He's ripped, and he can run. He can run 10-yard sprints. Who'd have thought?
Do you think Chiefs Kingdom is so excited about Deneric Prince because of what he can do on the football field? Because of that physical appearance, that physique, that masculine, wet, sexy body there? What do you think?
Both. Hey, Deneric Prince is going to be good. I'm telling you, we started 50-50 on making the roster, which was really high. A lot of Chiefs Kingdom was like, who's Deneric Prince? Who's this guy? What's Tulsa? Is that a college? Dude, there's some people on Twitter we were talking about, and they said he won the combine. What does that even mean? You can't just win the combine.
Yeah, you can. It's a game. You didn't know that? You didn't know the combine's a game?
Apparently. Yeah, apparently he won something at the combine. If you don't know about football, stop talking about it. That goes for me too, I guess. Okay, but anyways, yeah. Deneric Prince, dude, he's going to be good. We think he's probably right now, man. I'm giving him 80% to make this roster, Steve. Is that crazy to me?
No, because I feel like he's almost a lock at this point. If they don't do something different with that running back room, they're going to take 4 running backs, and Deneric Prince is that 4th by default. I mean, who else are you even talking about here? I mean, Jerry and Ely, they have him listed as a wide receiver. They have him listed as a wide receiver. I think if they bring Jerry and Ely onto the 53-man roster, that he will be listed at wide receiver. Granted, he can get back there and play that halfback position, and that's cool, but I think he'd be listed as a wide receiver. So I'm thinking you're looking at Isiah Pacheco, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Jerrick, McKinnon, and then Deneric Prince is your 4th. I just think that's what it is. I don't see any other way around it.
Chiefs Kingdom's ready. I mean, Chiefs Kingdom likes Jerrick McKinnon. Don't get me wrong. They love Jerrick McKinnon. Love. I said like. That's underestimating it. It's love. It's a love. Like, it's a physical. Jerrick
McKinnon.
Steve, they crawl in bed with Jerrick McKinnon. Okay, now check this out. I like Jerrick McKinnon as much as the next guy, but we're ready to see this dynamic 1-2 punch of Pacheco Prince. The 2 P's, P squared, the P's. I love it, man. These two are going to go crazy. Pacheco was actually trending on Twitter today because somebody said, can't wait to see year 2 of Isiah Pacheco. Dude, just talking about this year has got people fired up. And then when you're putting Deneric Prince in the same backfield, possibly with Jerrick McKinnon, people are going nuts. And you know what the one player they're forgetting? Clyde. Quit forgetting Clyde. He's going to ride that mini horse to a first down several times this year.
You better bank on that one, baby. Andy Reid going to use Clyde. He always does. But, man, I'm super excited about Isiah Pacheco's second year as well. We saw what this guy was able to do in his rookie season, and he didn't even start until after week 6. I think in the first 6 weeks, he only had like 22 carries. So everything he accomplished came in the last, 11 weeks of the season. And then, of course, in the playoffs. I mean, we're looking at a guy that came in and held down the RB1 position on a Super Bowl winning squad, man. And he was a rookie coming out of Rutgers in the 7th freaking round, baby. He's got so much more to offer. We didn't even get to see him in the pass game that much last season, and we all know he can catch the ball. There's a weird negative connotation that Isiah Pacheco can't catch the ball, and that's ridiculous. We've all seen it. I mean, if you look back at camp tape from last year, he was making some of the best catches at camp. And I don't know what people are talking about with that. But, yeah, so super excited about Isiah Pacheco. And then you add Deneric Prince into the mix, baby, and then it just gets a little crazy. Now we have a little party.
Both of those guys can catch the ball. Jerrick McKinnon can catch the ball. Clyde can catch the ball. We actually did a new quiz. They released this new quiz on the community tab of YouTube. I put out a little quiz today. I wanted to try out the feature.
I haven't even seen the quiz.
It was a quiz. I asked, Steve, let's see if you can answer it. I asked, what running back or wide receiver for the Chiefs had the longest carry from scrimmage last year? Hint, 52 yards.
Well, that's a good one, and I have no idea. I'm not going to sit here and think about it and make everybody wait for a minute.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It was actually Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He went on to have 118 yards week 2 versus the Chargers, and we got the dub thanks to the Jalen Watson pick 6. Clyde does contribute when he's on the field. Hey. Brian Parrott told us. Brian Parrott said that don't count. It's preseason. He counted week 2 as preseason.
Let's take a moment to appreciate Watts Island there, baby. Watts Island with the pick 6 to beat the stupid Chargers. What a beautiful moment in football.
That goes right into the other one. I threw up another community thing today. A poll, who's going to have the most picks out of our backfield? Watts Island was winning it. He was beating Snead. He was beating McDuffie. He was beating Josh Williams.
How's he beating
McDuffie?
That's
what Chiefs Kingdom thinks, baby. They think Jalen Watson.
McDuffie. You're going to be eating your McFlurry with your McDouble, watching McDuffie get all the picks, baby.
Nobody likes to McThrow to McDuffie's side of the McField. So that's going to be tough to get some picks. Steve, we talking about running backs here, though. McKinnon actually, they released this article from Chiefs Wire today. Jerrick McKinnon had other free agency options, but his heart, his beautiful little heart, grew 3 sizes that year.
Hey.
He wanted to come back to KC. I don't know if you can read this. It's a little tiny, but he said there was a couple other teams, McKinnon told reporters. Really, only one other team, and another one was on the fence. He says he decided he wanted to come back to KC. This is where he wants to be. Did he ever say who was the other team that he was on the fence about?
No, but I'm sure people were interested in him. He had his best year ever last season. So I mean, I'm sure there's somebody
who the team was.
I have no clue.
I bet it was an AFC West team. It was probably the Chargers.
Yeah, probably trying to get some. Yeah, when they had that scare where Austin Eckler wanted the heck out of there.
Right.
That's probably what. You're probably right, man. I think you hit the nail on the head there. That'd be my guess as well. Big brain moment for Mike, guys. Everybody give him a round of applause, baby. But yeah, I think you're right, man. It probably was them when Austin Eckler had them shaking in their boots over there that he wanted out of that trash heap. But I don't know, man. I don't think Jerrick McKinnon was ever going to go anywhere. I think we just talked about how everybody loves the man. They love him. They would lay him down. They would lay in bed with Jerrick McKinnon. They would rub his head.
Nasty.
They would massage his shoulders. They would do whatever it is. They massage his feet for Jerrick McKinnon. Why would you want to leave somewhere that you're winning Super Bowls and people are obsessed with you? You know, like, granted, he only made like $990,000 or something last year, which is kind of crap for a guy that's putting up as much as Jerrick McKinnon. But at the same time, he's earned a lot of money over his career. And some people, believe it or not, do not have to have hundreds of millions of dollars to survive in this world. So I think Jerrick McKinnon is one of those people that are like a normal person. And I think he likes the situation he's in.
The way we're going, the middle class is going to need $100 million to survive in this world.
You ain't joking.
Speaking of the running back position, Melvin Gordon, he says you have a lot of running backs out there, and we just don't get no love. It's literally the worst position to play in the NFL right now. It literally sucks. Melvin Gordon won a ring last year.
Man.
The Jim Rome Show. He didn't do anything. He done as much as I did. Got a ring. This guy's now saying that the running back position sucks.
The best part of him winning that ring and not ever even taking a snap was the fact that he was rubbing it in so bad on all the Chargers fans and the Broncos fans that were talking trash. Yeah, I mean, I would have done the same thing. He knows he got it handed to him, and he's enjoying it. But no, he makes a great point here, Mike. We've talked about this on the last couple of episodes, actually. The running back position is not what it used to be. They're definitely not getting paid. They're definitely not getting paid what they used to get paid. They're just not that. I don't know how to say it. They're not as valuable as they used to be. Like back in the day, you would get that workhorse running back. The only team that even slightly does that these days is going to be anybody in the AFC South, right? They still take on the workhorse running backs like Derrick Henry or Jonathan Taylor. A lot of the other guys don't do that. It's by committee. They're playing more of a slot receiver position sometimes because they're just kind of catching passes out of the backfield, the RPO stuff. It's not what it used to be. And I'm with him, man. It probably does suck to be a running back right now because not only do you have a tough job and you're taking a beating out there, but you're also not as valuable as you used to be. You're not going to get paid as much, and nobody really cares.
It's rough. I'm going to tell you why it's rough. You got players like right now. You got Lenny Fournette sitting on the free agency wire and nobody's looking at him.
Crazy.
Even our own fans. He's washed up. He's 28.
28 years old.
He's
washed
28.
up.
I don't even know what I would do to be 28 again. Let's just put it that way. We would all just be out here doing whatever to be 28 again, unless you're like a little snot-nosed punk, don't know what you're talking about in the comments section. You little 17-year-old little twerp. Anyway, that never happened. But I'm just saying, unless you're younger, you're going back to 28. Let's quit calling him washed. Dalvin Cook, he's like 27. He's going to want this big contract. I bet a lot of teams don't even think about it. But Chiefs Kingdom gets fired up over the running back. We're fired up right now over Deneric Prince and Isiah Pacheco.
But no, let me tell you why. That's a perfect example. Champs. That's a perfect example of why the running back position is not as valuable. That's why these people like Saquon Barkley's having a hard time getting restructured the way he wants, or Dalvin Cook finding somebody to pay him a buttload of money. It's because the Chiefs are out there showing people, hey, we're taking this guy in the 7th freaking round, and we're getting this guy off the UDFA wire, and we're going to beat your ass with him. And we're going to win Super Bowls, and we don't need Dalvin Cook making all this money.
We're getting this guy out of San Francisco and Minnesota, never played but 5 games his whole career and took all y'all's money with ACL issues, and then we're going to beat you with him.
Now that we've talked about it, I think that the Chiefs are sole reason that the running backs get pooped on now, because they've showed that you can just take some guys that are good.
The Chiefs are killing football. The Chiefs are killing. We beat football. The Chiefs have figured out how to beat football. But you know what, Steve?
That time's yours.
Oh, time's yours, Chiefs Kingdom. We're loving this segment. People are loving Time's Yours, Steve.
Love it.
You know who else loves Time's Yours? Andy. I want Andy to come on the show. I want him to actually sit here on the side and say, Time's yours.
I want him to talk about some comments with us one day. We're going to get Andy on here, baby. One day.
I don't know how, but we're going to snag it. First comment up, baby. K Wayne 6856. We love K Wayne. K Wayne, you see this little KC right next to his name? That means he is a member. And if you want to be a member, $4.99. Go over and click it. Daniel Jones would make my hamstrings hurt too. That was in reference to Kadarius Toney giving the finger to the Giants and all the Giants fans talking smack, saying he's always injured. His rap game sucks. Daniel Jones will make my hamstrings hurt too. That was a funny comment, Steve.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I laughed.
K Wayne, a valuable member of the ACU crew here, baby, with a funny comment, but it's so true. I mean, they're all mad about it, but they kind of have a point when you really look at it. Like, he was hurt every week of the season, with the Giants because he had a bad hamstring, and then comes to the Chiefs and puts up. Now, granted, he did have a week there where I think he had a hamstring issue, but or it might have been an ankle. But either way, we only had to deal with it once, and we got to watch him win a Super Bowl. So, good stuff. Daniel Jones would definitely make my hammies hurt.
He makes my brain hurt watching that dude play football. Comment number 2, Kevin Capel, another member. $4.99 is the starting membership. If you haven't become a member of the ACU crew, go do that. He says, always remember, we run this league, and great to see the boys putting these fakes in their place, talking about Kelsey smacking up on Jamar Chase. Steve, did we expect anything different from Travis Kelsey? This guy's looking.
No.
He's looking to go ahead and talk some smack.
What Kevin just said kind of sums it up, baby. It's good to see them, like we've talked about, them taking on a villain role, or finally just stepping up and being like, enough's enough. Like Kevin said, we've run this crap, and you will shut up until you can put up. Basically, like, if you can't knock us off this throne, then you're going to just shut your little trap hole because no one cares what you have to say.
Yeah, get your babas and your binkies, go back and have your cinnamon chili, and get out, because this is all you guys look like all year long. We just went over here and won a championship, and you guys are chugging the champagne, acting like you guys done something all year. This is the most delusional fan base I've ever seen in my life. I hope he drowns in it. That's what I hope.
When they get knocked off this year in the AFC North, baby, they're gonna cry a lot. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, y'all might be basement dwellers up there in the North. Let's get on to number 3. Steve Atkins, another ACU crew member right here. He says the Bengals are dethroning the Raiders for the NFL dumpster fire. I don't think he means it as the whole franchise is a dumpster fire. I think he means it as their players are a disgrace. And dude, it's so bad.
I know what Steve was going for here. He's talking about the way the players act and the fan base. I mean, right now, Tyreek Hill, with his record, he could probably play for the Bengals at this point. He would fit right in.
They're probably
same
trying
with
to
the
trade for
Raiders.
him right now.
Yeah, they probably are. But either way, they're definitely the worst of the worst fan base. And it's because they, like, at least with Raiders fans, like, they suck and they're all pretty stupid. I mean, you have to be to love the Raiders. But they're not out here talking like they're going to win the Super Bowl this year. Because they
Let's be
freaking know
honest.
already. What?
You can't comment on our videos from prison. So that's why they're not out here in droves, okay? But the Bengals are heading that way. The next comment, the real CDog22. Chase is the best receiver in the league, Steve, at pushing off. There is no argument. Chase is number one. He is number one at that. He's number one in a lot of things. Number one, looking like a clown. That's what Chase does.
Who was it in the comments yesterday that said he looked like the guy from the Digital Underground? I was cracking up when I read that one, dude.
Is the Digital Underground to do with the big old nose that says, like,
yes,
the Humpty Dance?
Yes, that's it.
Oh,
he
my
looks
gosh.
just like him. That picture of him looks like that guy. It's so funny. I'm glad someone pointed it out. But yeah, Chase is a good receiver. I will give him that. He's a good receiver. He's big. He's super fast. But the guy had a pushing off problem. If the refs just called pushing off or offensive pass interference on this guy, he wouldn't be near as effective. And that's not me. That's not me taking away from the guy either, because I've seen him make tons of great catches, even against the Chiefs when it counts, that were completely clean. But I mean, why do we not call this crap just to pad his stats? Because it kind of gives him a bad rep, in my opinion. Because I mean, everybody knows it. Everybody knows the dude pushes off. You can watch it over and over again. T. Higgins does the same thing. It's just a Bengals thing. I think their coaches actually tell them, do it. Until they call it, do it. Why not?
That's a known thing that happens in sports. Bill Belichick used to tell his corners, just grab. They're not going to call it over and over again. So they're going to let you got to let them play at the end, because if not, you're going to get the juju thing.
It's like Rick Pitino in college basketball, where he's like, just foul the crap out of them. They're not going to call it the entire game. Just harass them. And it's the same concept, but bring it to the football
Richardson,
field.
Arkansas basketball back in the 90s. They used to go against Duke. He'd run 40 minutes of hell. And he would up and down the court beating you to death. And the officials ain't going to foul out your whole team. They can't do it. The NCAA would be at them. Let's move on. Tech 9 in the house. He says, digging the comment part.
Nina.
Cool to see a channel interaction. Yes, that's why we do this, Tech 9.
Heck yeah, man.
That's why we do it. It's fun.
Love it. And if by some rare chance that you're a real Tech 9, you're awesome, baby. But so are you, the guy that made the burner account.
Either Tech 9 is fine with me. Last one of the day. Old Jeffrey Finken 5116. Finkelstein. He says fans and Chris Jones wanted to re-sign Frank Clark. He was signed for around $100 million. Underperformed most of those years. He got caught cruising the blade in South Central L.A. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
It reminds me of the title of that Wayans Brothers movie.
Cruising the blade.
In South Central while drinking your juice in the hood or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Don't be the menace. Yeah.
He got caught cruising the blade in South Central while drinking his juice in L.A. and much more. And you think, Mike and Steve Williams of All Chiefed Up, that Clark Hunt is going to re-sign him? You all bumped your head. Finkel, don't do it. If you think we're not re-signing back Chris Jones, you're out of your mind.
You're out of your gourd, brother. I mean, Chris Jones is not Frank Clark. Let's get that straight. Two different kinds of players, two different kinds of people. I mean, Chris Jones is, we've talked about this, Mike. He's a game changer. He's a generational type player. You don't get a Chris Jones every year. You just don't do it. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. You have to keep him. You have to keep him on this team. You got to keep him happy. He's going to get paid. Brett Veach is going to make sure he gets paid. And guess who gets to make that decision? Brett Veach. And then if Brett Veach makes the wrong decision, Clark Hunt, who's the owner, then he can decide if he wants to keep Brett Veach as the general manager of the team, since you also have a problem figuring out how that works.
It's what's it called? It's just semantics.
Semantics.
It's the guy that I'm like, man, I'm bummed today. And somebody's like, why? I was like, man, because my team lost.
Tomato.
My team lost. And they're like, do you play for the Chiefs? Do you have a contract for the Chiefs? You did not lose. And I said, listen here, shut up. Hey. But Jeffrey, it's all good. We welcome you here. You can keep having these weird little comments.
Mike, you ready for this?
But I did serve it up. I lobbed it up.
Alley-oop.
Boom!
Shakalaka.
Shakalaka! That's what happened today. And that's
You
going
got
to wrap it
dunked
up.
on, Pinkelstein.
If you guys want to get dunked on, get in the comments. Let us know something about today's episode. We're going to pull them out, read them, have a little fun. But with that, time was yours. And let's move on, Steve. The Chiefs.
All right, baby.
The Chiefs Wire has reported Patrick Mahomes, the entire Chiefs team, has been nominated for a 2023 ESPY award. More little bitty tiny writing that I cannot read, but I'm pretty sure the team got nominated for Team of the Year for the 2022-2023 season, Super Bowl champs.
Yes, sir.
Patrick Mahomes got nominated for a few things as well, I'm pretty sure.
Best male athlete and best NFL player.
Sweet. I wonder if Kelsey got nominated for anything. Best male, best dressed man.
I don't know. So last time Patrick Mahomes won the MVP and the Super Bowl and everything, he won the 2 awards that he's up for this year, which is best male athlete and best NFL player.
I don't think he gets it this year.
Man, he's got a tough one in the best male athlete category. It's Nikola Jokic is also in that category, Lionel Messi, and there was somebody else that was really – it's going to be tough for him to win that this year. Best NFL player.
He should win it. Now that
he
you
should
told me
obviously
those,
win
he
it.
should win it.
He should obviously win best NFL player. I think the people against him was like Justin Jefferson,
Was Jalen Hurts in there?
They'll
give it
pick
to
Jalen
Jalen
Hurts.
Hurts.
They'll give it to Jalen Hurts, the consolation prize for
It's
not
his
being able to win the
consolation
Super Bowl.
prize.
You know, everybody, we have to keep up the Jalen Hurts hype, even though he lost the Super Bowl. So let's give him that.
He's this year's Josh Allen of last year.
The best team of 2022. I think you hands down have to give it to the Chiefs, man. But the Nuggets do have an argument because the Denver Nuggets won their first NBA championship this year.
Right.
And Nikola Jokic is a beast. They got the Kentucky boy Jamal Murray, baby.
Jamal Murray.
They did their thing. They weren't. People didn't think they were going to win it. They went out there and got the damn thing done. So that's going to be a tough one for the Chiefs to win in that category.
Jamal Murray, Canada's finest.
Hey.
The sharpshooting Jamal
The blue
Murray.
arrow, baby.
Hey, it is what it is. We
Love
got
it.
one of these bad boys today. I love bringing these up, Steve. KC
These are fun.
Sports Network, our fellas over there. I don't know if Matt Lane had anything to do with this. If he did, I want to
bet he
congratulate
did.
him because this one's a pretty good one. This one you only have $10. You don't get 15. You have 10. So it's hard to read. I see it. I get it. But you got Patrick Mahomes, Joe Montana. You got Lenny Dawson and Trent Green, Steve. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Where you going with your money? You got $10.
I got $10. Okay, so
I'm taking Mahomes.
Man.
I don't care how much it costs.
you have to. I was going to say, I love the other guys on this list. I mean, especially Joe Montana, Lenny Dawson. Trent Green's awesome too, but Mahomes all day. Let's move on.
I think you take Mahomes here. So
Yep.
at running back, you've got Pacheco at $1. You got the Nigerian Nightmare at $2. You got Priest
Ooh.
with $3, and you got Jamal Charles at $4.
And
This
you only
one
got
is a
$10.
good one. And
You
I
only
really
got $10.
don't think. Yes, and I don't think this is a position we've already talked about it. Running back, you can skimp a little bit. If we take the Chiefs model, I'm just taking Pacheco at $1 and going to the house.
I think so. I think you have to. Like, everything would make you want to get any of the other 3 guys because,
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're like Chiefs legends. And then you got
But you're
Isiah
not-
Pacheco.
Look, you're not going to pound the ball with the Nigerian Nightmare if you got Patty Mahomes in the backfield. So he's out.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to agree with you. But for now, let's hold on the running back position. Let's see
Okay.
what we can get done on the wide receiver and the tight end wide receiver and see what that leaves us for running back because we might be able to get the Nigerian Nightmare. So let's check this out because we're not going to take Tyreek Hill right
But you
here on
don't
the
need
wide receiver.
The Nigerian Nightmare.
We don't need a lot of things. We don't need D-Hop. But boy, would he be nice.
Shut up. Wide receiver, Tyreek Hill at $4. I'm scratching him off principle.
Yeah. He
Dwayne
sucks.
Bowe at $3. That's a little overpriced for Dwayne Bowe. Let's be honest. You got Otis Taylor at $2 and Sammy
Otis
Watkins
Taylor
at
at
$1.
2. Otis Taylor at 2, no
I'm
doubt.
taking Otis Taylor.
No doubter.
You
Back,
can't
back,
have
back,
Sammy
back,
Watkins here at
gone.
$1. You just don't even know if
No.
you can get any games
You're
out
taking
of him.
Otis Taylor. Otis Taylor's freaking Hall of Famer,
So we got
bro.
$6. We got
Yep.
6 in, tight end, wide receiver. You got Kelsey at 4. You got Tony G at 3. That's a good bargain. You got Dante Hall at 2, and you got Jeremy Maclin. I'm not even wanting to consider that at $1.
Yeah, how about no?
I think Dante Hall's dynamic, but I don't like his receiver running ability. He wasn't the best wide receiver. I'm going to scratch that too. So do you want to save Do you want to save $1 with Tony G, or do you want to take Kelsey at 4? And that would give
Well, I
us
think
a pick between which running backs.
No, because we've spent 6 so far on Mahomes, Otis Taylor. So if we spend $3 on Tony G, we can use $1 to get Isiah Pacheco, and we're wrapped.
That's what you have to do, because if you take Mahomes, you don't
Can't
even
take
get a running
Kelsey
back.
here.
Right.
Yeah,
so
you can't
Kelsey's
take
out.
Kelsey.
So we're taking Tony G by default, and we're going Pacheco at $1. So that gives us Mahomes. That gives us Pacheco. That gives us Otis Taylor and Tony G. That's a pretty good lineup. I wish I could have took.
Yeah, baby.
I wish I could have took the combo, Steve, with Mahomes Kelsey, but I mean that would have
Bring
still
it back
left.
up. Bring it back up. Bring it back up. Let's see
That'd have
what
left
happens.
Pacheco and
let's see
Sammy
what happens if we
Watkins.
take that. Is that what you have to take the dollars there? Yeah, I see. It's
Right.
too much. They've made it to where you can't have the combo. I see what you did, KCSN. You taking away the best combo, the best team in NFL history. You took it away from us. But hey, our team, it's pretty badass, I have to say.
Our team's pretty badass. This channel's pretty badass. So if you haven't, get over there, subscribe.
Hit that sub button,
Click
baby.
that bell. Comment if you want to be featured. Steve, you got anything left for him?
Y'all have a good one, baby. Go Chiefs.
Thanks for liking and hitting that bell. Ching. I said it wrong. It's supposed to be subscribing and hitting that bell.
It don't matter.
It's okay.
Hey, for you guys that are still watching,
If anybody's
subscribe, like, and hit the bell.
and hit the bell. All chiefed up out. Have a good one.